Breaking news. Bayern Munich defeated Paris Saint-Germain 3-0 in the 2026 UEFA Champions League semi-finals. Congratulations to Bayern fans and coach Vincent Kompany.
Two of the best coached sides on the continent get us underway on match day 4 with Bayern all in white kicking from right to left to start the game. It's hard to imagine anything more enjoyable than these two coming together.
No, and of course you'd expect them both to qualify, especially after the starts that they've had, but you want to lay down a marker of this relevant for one of these teams to get a win. Would certainly send out a message.
That's absolutely bang on, because anybody writing the script of what may happen in the course of this 25-26 Champions League game, you wouldn't call them praises and assists along the way. It's trying to Luis Diaz finds Harry Kane for Bayern, and here is Kimmich for the visitors. 100 Champions League games. Joshua Kimmich, what a player he's been, and still only 30.
Yes, I know, it seems like he has been around forever. And his versatility as well, his leadership skills make him absolutely vital to this Bayern team.
Here is Marquinhos with the captain's armband. He didn't, sending it wide again to the Georgian, Scalia.
Scalia running with the ball, taking on players, such a good dribbler.
Olise from Pavlovic. William Pacho into Vitinha. Dembele coming very deep. Kimmich forward, the little flick on into Olise, and he's goal side here. Olise, Chevalier stands up and makes the save, but the follow-up is in. Yeah, they changed things up in the summer. Luis Enrique and his staff, most notably, of course, dispensing with Gianluigi Donnarumma and replacing him with Chevalier. As forward they come, Scalia nicked it, and that's rebounded off Jonathan Tah. Should be kept in here by Barcola, and is Zaire Emery here for Paris, and Vitinha. Nuno Mendes, and the side which has won every game they've played.
Headband, really good vision into Olise's path. Diaz though, fucked Olise off the ball, perfectly found by Gnabry. Liven things up.
Lucas Chevalier in goal for Paris Saint-Germain these days, signed from Lille to replace the aforementioned Donnarumma. Here's Hakimi. Pavlovic back to Manuel Neuer. Vitinha's forward ball, and that's just got a little... just bounced off Vitinha's knee, that, to Kane. Marquinhos getting involved for Paris. It's just gone through Upamecano, but that's okay because Konrad Laimer is there. That's Kane coming deep and delivering the ball usefully, yeah. Diaz. Konrad Laimer inside the penalty area. William Pacho with a brilliant touch.
Even though he's at full, those instincts took him into a dangerous area there.
Kimmich. Kvaratskhelia.
PSG, especially at home, to find themselves behind. Crowd aren't used to it.
Bayern have actually won the last 4 meetings with Paris Saint-Germain, and the last 2 here, without even conceding a goal. But that was then, and this is now. Luis Enrique's side have some work to do. Here's Vitinha. William Pacho.
Really aggressive start for Bayern, pressing high up the pitch, making life difficult.
Something he's learned from rugby, where the coaches tend to be high in the stand. Certainly first half, that's his now normal vantage point.
Don't often see that though, do you? You'll be itching to get down to the touchline if it stays like this for much longer.
Free kick to the home side. Nuno Mendes. Kvaratskhelia dispossessed by Lima. Here's Olise. Let's see what he was trying to... Becoming the first Bayern manager to sign an early contract renewal since Van Gaal, something like 15 odd years ago. Company will now be the man in charge of Bayern until 2029 at least. Chevalier with that long ball. Olise cushion back to Lima, and that just has the legs.
Of rhythm so far.
Knowingly left by Olise, knowing that Lima was behind him. Luis Diaz with the little drag back. Jonathan Tah, next season, brought in by Bayern from Bayer Leverkusen, where he'd been forever. It's another one of many mouth-watering contests across the park, but you know, Nuno Mendes is arguably the best left-back in world football, and Olise one of the most dangerous right-sided attackers. But here's Kvaratskhelia for Paris Saint-Germain.
Side to deal with this lad, Kvaratskhelia.
Marquinhos. Some support from Barcola, squeezed through to Hakimi, and he didn't quite take it with him. It's put out of play by Stanisic. Actually, their top scorer this season, Gonzalo Ramos, is still more often a substitute than a starter.
Yeah, it was, thanks to him, they got a win, wasn't it, at the weekend? Late goal against Nice.
That's a throw into the home side.
Bayern's half.
Marquinhos, Hakimi. Barcola with a nice little turn. Now can he stay on his feet? He has. Dembele's in the middle. Kvaratskhelia away to the left. He tried to find Usman. Vitinha. Blocked by Serge Gnabry. Luis Diaz with a little nod down.
Vitinha doesn't often pass up the chance to shoot from.
Nicking inside of Olise, hurdling a challenge of Stanisic, deflecting off Konrad Laimer. Fabian Ruiz here. Fabian Ruiz deflected. In trophy winning and competing for the top honours. We've reached the. Emery for Hakimi. Just enjoying more of the ball now. It's a good ball. It's a shame from Paris Saint-Germain point of view. Fabian Ruiz couldn't take that. Vitinha's header.
Harry Kane drops so deep, doesn't he, in this Bayern system? Has played as a number 10.
Here he is, it was won by Kimmich. Kane trying to get through Vitinha. Hakimi is there. Chevalier calmly done to Zaire Emery for Paris Saint-Germain. His forward ball found Barcola. That's not what the home side needed. And Kimmich with the corner kick. Right into the near post, caused a little bit of awkwardness for Marquinhos.
Clever corner because he took the keeper out of it.
Upamecano. Pavlovic. Kane just beaten to it by Marquinhos, and it was important that he was. Then he's dispossessed. Luis Diaz, 2-0. It's a terrible goal.
The skipper, a man of huge experience, just doesn't see Luis Diaz.
Manuel Neuer. Stanisic. Lead to Fabian Ruiz. Harry Kane. Hakimi. Nuno Mendes away to Barcola. That was a big save by Neuer to deny Bradley Barcola at 1-0. Here's Lee looking for curl, and he found a bit, but not in this first 32 minutes. Bayern have been absolutely imperious.
Marquinhos there saying I needed a shout, but he did glance over his shoulder. I thought he was aware of Luis Diaz, but maybe not.
Luis Diaz scored a Champions League hat-trick last season when he was a Liverpool player. Bayer Leverkusen, I believe. Here's Konrad Laimer. That's a nice little interchange. Hakimi and Vitinha. Fabian Ruiz to Barcola. The important thing is qualifying.
Yeah. And of course, both teams have given themselves a nice bit of elbow room, having won the first three. But you don't want to be humbled in front of your own fans if you're the holders of this competition.
Zaire Emery. Vitinha for Hakimi. Lovely short corner, Kvaratskhelia, Nuno Mendes, blocked by Kimmich, Vitinha. Headed out by Jonathan Tah, brought down by Luis Diaz. That's William Pacho for the home side. Hakimi. Lose games, Paris, everybody loses games, but it's not often that they are outplayed, and at the moment they are being outplayed.
Yeah, you'd be surprised if the pattern of this match continued right through. Maybe once Luis Enrique's got into them at half-time. He's still got some options off that bench.
Defended Lima. Race. Serge Gnabry. It's a little bit short, but Stanisic got there. Stanisic, Gnabry ahead of him, well covered Hakimi, who's lost it to Stanisic. It's Joshua Kimmich. Oh, and Stanisic let it go. Gnabry was behind him, and he can't believe, the left back, that he didn't put it in the net. Huge opportunity. Kvaratskhelia. Well, dispossessed, outnumbered in the end. Kvaratskhelia has gone to ground, play goes on. Luis Diaz goal. Or was it the second? I forget which was which. The second Luis Diaz goal, sorry. Fabian Ruiz. Paris needs something before half-time. Barcola. Upamecano there with Ruiz, they get a throw. That might not be pretty. Lee coming inside of Luis Diaz. Hakimi in support, lovely vision that. Fabian Ruiz. He also met in the quarterfinals of the FIFA Club World Cup in the United States in the off-season. Paris Saint-Germain won that game, an eventful game it was as well, with red cards for William Pacho, and Paris Saint-Germain won the game.
Well, Bayern have won the lion's share of duels. They've been so much quicker to the ball, more aggressive. It's got to change for PSG.
Play goes on, Conrad Lima has it, he finds Kane, and Kane just couldn't get the touch he was looking for. Zaire Emery was there, white shirt down, play goes on. Sliding in Olise, covering well. But will be taking nothing for granted as Kane plays it into Stanisic.
Here, there you go, straight to Harry Kane. Incredible to watch, really.
No review required for that decision, which was very clear-cut. Upamecano. And Serge Gnabry and Olise. And Serge Gnabry, little lovely back heel, Kimmich! Oh! Upamecano to Serge Gnabry. Jonathan Tah's forward ball. I think Kane timed that run well. Marquinhos has his hands full. Kane to Kimmich. Dragged it back into trouble, actually, because there were blue shirts there. It's a foul on Kvaratskhelia.
Two.
Lima winning it from Barcola, Olise, Gnabry, Lima.
In this PSG back four, they've got to have a good chat amongst themselves, never mind about with the manager.